Good evening, my beautiful normies and non-normies. How are you? I hope you guys are doing good. So, this is my first time doing a live podcast. I've never done a live podcast before. So, I'm a little nervous. It actually took me a whole hour to convince myself to actually get on here and do this. I don't know why. Especially since I have over 50 episodes, but I guess it's not the same thing as recording it and then, putting it up. Because, I mean, if I mess up, I can always edit it, even though I don't edit. But I guess knowing that I have that possibility, that, I know that it's there, it's like a comfort zone. But yeah, so I'm here. I just stepped out my comfort zone. I just did something that I didn't think I was going to do. And I thought I was actually just going to go to bed and be like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then I'll do it tomorrow. But, anyways, that's not really why I came on here. So I came on here because I'm super hyped, all right? Like, I'm mega, mega, mega hyped with myself. Now, I have to admit, like, this is really pretty much not gonna mean much of anything to you guys. Like, it just means a lot to me, but it's not gonna mean a whole bunch to y'all. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter if it means a bunch to y'all, because it's a big deal to me. So I'm in the process of taking this dual health and life coaching program, so I can get a dual certification, right? But I'm also doing it because I'm working on myself. I'm tired of being this, like, girl, sorry y'all, but I just kind of forgot I'm doing a live podcast and decided that she wanted y'all to hear her show. Apology or apology not accepted? Apologies accepted with the chocolate cupcake. I don't know about the listeners, but I know I take the apology. Shoot. They gonna have to find their own chocolate cupcake somewhere, but I take my apology with no problem. Oh, and it's falling apart, man. Mm, 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 mm. Sorry, y'all. I just had to enjoy that. That was really good. I need to take one more bite. This is probably not listener etiquette, but I don't know what do I do on my show that's listener etiquette. I probably don't do anything on my show that's listener etiquette. So why would I start doing it now? I don't know. So I'm about to take another bite. But at least I'm not smacking in y'all ear like other people do. Because I can't stand smacking. But so yeah. Anyways, so I'm working on myself. I'm working on closing all of my wounds. And I'm not talking about slapping no band-aid on it. I'm not talking about putting a gauze and some tape. I'm not talking about let's just put some some paint over it, let's just cover it up with a bow. No, I'm honestly talking about I'm working on my inner self. I'm working on me. I'm working on the demons in my closet, the demons in my head, the demons in my bed, like Rihanna said. I'm working out all of that. And so I'm taking this program. But in the process of doing all of that, while I was researching, for coaches and coaching programs and information about coaching and things like that, and mental health and parenting and mental illness, which is my brand. My brand is parenting and mental illness. So while I was researching all of that and I came to realize, no, I did not come to realize anything. My train of thought just went somewhere else. I ran into this one coach. His name is Sai, whose last name I cannot remember at this very particular moment. I'm so sorry, Sai. I feel like I know it. I know that I know it. And I feel like it's at the tip of my tongue. And like I can visually see it in my head, but it just will not, for some particular reason, just roll out of my mouth. My apologies, Sai. But he is a head coach. And of what is that institution? Give me 1 second and I will tell you right now. He is the head coach for I don't know. I thought the commercial said the name of his coaching program, but it doesn't. It just says CF. Here it is, Cy Blackburn. Oh, I knew his name. This is not a paid commercial clip, whatever. He's not paying me to do this or nothing like that. I'm just saying it because I actually follow him. I do attend a lot of his free seminars and workshops and things like that. And he resonates a lot with, I resonate a lot with what he says. And I resonate a lot with what he teaches. So, but I am mentioning it because hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. Um, so what was I saying? Okay. So the reason why it's a big deal to me or why I'm mentioning it or like whatever the case may be is because like he's his what is this called again? He's advertised, not because I put it there or like whatever. When I went to go share my podcast on the listen notes feed site, sorry. I was gonna put in my feed, so I can put in my podcast and my podcast can pop up over there so that everybody else can find it as well. It was like, oh, your podcast is already up here. So I clicked on it so I can go check on my site there. And hold and behold, whose face pops up as one of the ads? It's Cy Blackburn. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, hold up, hold the press. I was like, wait a second. Give me a minute here to process it this really quick. Like, just 1 second. This man who I found, like, you know, when I Googled, what I'm saying? And he popped up as one of like the top people, okay, is advertised on my podcast. Awesome. That's amazing. I was like, yo, now I feel like, what I'm saying? I feel special. I was like, let me stop. I don't feel special. Let me rephrase that. I was like, I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm good enough. I feel like I could definitely do this. I feel like I got this. I feel like. So you just want to sound on my live like you're whining and complaining to everybody that can hear you? So I'm over here like, wow, I am good enough. Do you not see my battery life? And I'm using it. I'm sorry, you guys. My autistic son does not respect people's boundaries, people's personal space, nothing. And it's either his way or no way, and he keeps forgetting who's the boss, and I have to remind him a couple of times. I don't care. If I care, I would have asked. Sorry, you guys. My daughter thought that I cared about what happened and she decided she wanted to explain to me. I don't care. I just had to let her know I didn't care. Would you like to say a couple of words? I'm good. Oh, you're good? She says she's good. She's good, y'all. She's good. Oh, never mind. But yeah, so I was like, oh man, look at that. I am good enough. Not only am I advocating for a platform that doesn't exist, because if you Google parenting with mental illness, trying to find other parents that have mental illness or trying to find support groups or things like that, it's going to be my page that will pop up. It's going to be my name, my face, my group, my Instagram, my social networks, my YouTube channel, this podcast. It's all going to be my items that are going to pop up. It's going to be all my things that will pop up. Like, it's me. I'm popping up because there are no other avenues, no other people, no other groups like the one that I am pretty much advocating for. But I know that there's no way that I am the only person that has, mental health, two kids with autism and mental health, and then, I'm saying, another child. Like, there's just no way that I'm the only one in this world that just qualifies in that one particular box. There's no way. Like, there's just no voice. I mean, sorry, there's no way. There's literally no way. So, oh, how do people listen to themselves in headphones and talk? That is so annoying. All right, let me take this off. But yeah, so I got excited, and that was like a big win for me because I was feeling down. I was feeling down today. I was feeling like, how am I going to pull this off? How am I doing this? It's a lot on my plate. We're going through all of these things. We're going through all of that. The kids are making this a little bit more difficult for me. The kids are making that a little bit more difficult for me. I'm losing the energy, the strength. I'm losing the drive. I'm losing the push. I'm losing that energy. I'm like, I'm not seeing the light at the end of any tunnel. Matter of fact, let's just put it like this: I'm not seeing no tunnel. Like, I'm not like seeing anything. But then to see that his coaching program to be advertised on my podcast page, I took that as a sign from up above, higher power, whatever spiritual realm you may believe in, because I don't want to disrespect anybody. Um, I took it as a sign, as yes, you are good enough. You got this. Like, you gonna kill it. You gonna rock it. Stop second doubting. Yes, you're at rock bottom right now, but you will get up there. Like, you will definitely get where you need to be. And that is an awesome, amazing feeling. Like, it is a feeling that I don't want to let go of. But, anyways, doesn't matter. That was neither here nor there. So that was an aha moment for me. And I wanted to share that aha moment with you guys because I always end up sharing like all my I'm feeling like I'm gonna fall apart. Oh my god, somebody save me, or like, y'all don't love me. Don't nobody ever say anything, or whatever. This is when I had the other, software that I was using to stream with. I mean, yeah, to stream the podcast with. But now that I'm doing my first live and I'm on a whole new platform, I do hope that things change and I can actually get more interaction with my listeners. maybe some questions here or there, little love here or there. I mean, life is already hard enough as it is. I'm just saying, if you're taking the time to actually listen, if you're taking the time to listen, take the time to give a little love. Just a little love don't hurt nobody. And it's free too. But a little love don't hurt nobody. It don't. And you never know who it could save because, Lord, I tell you, sometimes some days get a little hard. They definitely do get a little hard. Not just that they will get a little hard, they do get a little hard. But have you guys ever had an aha moment like that? Like where you were feeling so low, like you weren't sure you could make it to the end of the day, and all of a sudden something just clicked and just gave you that aha moment that made you feel like you got this? If so, I definitely would love to hear some of your stories. Because honestly speaking, I need some inspiration. I could use some inspiration. And I'm always pouring into everybody, and nobody's ever pouring into me. Where is it written that we always have to be the ones to pour? No, let me stop. I know I complained about that in my blog. I did actually write a blog about that. Like, why do we, the writers, or like always have to be the ones to pour into the readers? Like, why can't the readers also pour into the writers? Which is true, though. Like, honestly speaking, it's very true. I mean, I get it. We put ourselves in these situations because we want to, and we are helpers and healers and empaths and spiritualists and whatever you may be. So we do put ourselves in a position to, feed and feed and feed and give and give. Sorry, not feed. And give and give and give. But it's also amazing to receive. You know what I'm saying? And it's also amazing to know that we're giving correctly. See, and that's the one thing. It's also very difficult to know if you're giving correctly when we're not receiving. Plus, I just want some love. I mean, is that too much to ask? I don't think I'm asking for too much. I'm only asking for a little bit of love. I'm always pouring in a whole bunch of love to my listeners all the time, trying to give as much inspiration as I can, especially when it comes to raising kids that are just a little bit more difficult than what they should be. But just a little bit of love doesn't hurt nobody. Definitely does not. But yeah, I didn't want much of anything, y'all. I just wanted to share that little wonderful piece of news with y'all. And like I said, I just wanted to pour in some positivity instead of always just giving you guys just some random manic podcast or just some half excellent put together podcast. I got really happy about that because again, like I took it like a sign. Took it a sign to let me know that I'm on the right path and I'm going towards the right direction. That healing is it's definitely at the end of the road, and it's there. I may not see it. It may not feel like I'm going in the right direction. It may not seem like I'm going in the right direction, but it's there. I'm there. And all I need to do is just keep on pushing and keep having faith. And that's what I'm going to keep on doing because I have a lot of people that I intend to help to get to their goals. And if I can stop anybody else from having to go through the madness that I went through, and then I'm going to do whatever I can to stop them from going through the madness that I went through. If I can inspire another family and I'm going to do what I can to inspire that family. If I can help another mom or another dad or whatever situation they're going through, then I'm going to do whatever I can do to help them deal with whatever it is that they're going through. But I'm always on here, again, like going a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So when I had that aha moment, I was like, man, I am good enough. I could do this. I got this. I was like, I gotta go on my podcast and I gotta give that, little positive moment. And I gotta let them know it's not always about the dark times. It's not always about the bad times. It's not always about, those moments, those bumps, the brick walls, the accidents, whatever you may want to call them. It's the good times that actually matter. Like, the bumps are always going to come. They're always going to be there. You're always going to have obstacles. It's the good times that matter. It's the aha. That's the time that actually matters. When you go, I got this. I can do this. I can defeat this. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what really matters. Because the moment you realize that, then that bump is no longer a bump. That's no longer an obstacle. It's no longer relevant. It no longer matters. And then see, you end up beating it in the long run. And you move on to the next one. And then on to the next one. And then on to the next one. Next thing you know, you no longer have as many obstacles as you used to have. And then you realize that what you thought were actually obstacles really weren't much of anything, but just more of stress and fear, more of worrisome, more of other things that you actually made into bigger things. And I tend to do that a lot as well. That's why I share it on my show. That's why I tend to be really transparent. And I show my manic moments, my crazy moments, my stressful moments. I like to have all of that on there so I can give you guys all of me. But today was an aha. I got this moment. So I had to share that. I had to give that love out. And then I was afraid to come on here on live. I was so afraid to do a live podcast. I was so afraid. It literally took me a whole hour to get on here and say anything. Like, I don't understand why, if I do podcasts every day, I couldn't come on here and live. Like, I don't understand what's the difference from recording it to publishing it. I'm still like myself. I'm still me. I'm not changing anything. But it took me a whole hour to get on this live just to tell you guys that I'm good enough, because I saw another high profile coach on my podcast website, but I couldn't come on here to tell you guys that because I was too afraid. How does that work? That is so contradicting. Like, it does not go together. I cannot be so hyped about one thing, but then too afraid to go say it. They don't go together, but go figure. That would definitely be me. But yeah, I just wanted to also try the live to see how it goes. I wanted to get my feet wet. My impulsive side said do it now or never. You know how you are. If you don't jump in and just get it done, then you're going to be too afraid to do it, and there'll never be a next time. Never be a next time. Because I know me, I won't do it. I had to do the same thing with TikTok Live. I just had to jump and do it, because if not, I wouldn't do it. I haven't been back on Live IG in over a year and a half. But I would definitely like to bid everybody a good night. And like I always say, I do hope that you guys make today count, for tomorrow is not promised to anyone. All right? Have a blessed one.